What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed at ticketsmarter.com.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to Oahe Zap Baseball. The Zap return to Hyde Stadium for their very final homestand of the season. They'll take on the Hastings Sodbusters for 3, and then they'll take on the Fremont Moo for a 1-game series on Thursday. The Zap have dropped 3 straight games after a 7-game winning streak to the Spearfish Sasquatch, and come into this one with a record of 9-9 on the second half of the season. They'll try and snap the 3-game losing streak behind Garrett Bergman out on the mound this evening. Bergman, in 14 appearances, has gone 36 1/3 innings, posting a 5.2 ERA, 33 strikeouts against 28 walks for Bergman. As we appear to be in a little bit of a delay here at Hyde Stadium. First pitch is set for 6:05 p.m., but we have not gotten to lineups nor the national anthem quite yet, so I'd be expecting around 6:08 to 6:10 p.m. for first pitch. Let's take a look at the weather report for this evening. It's a nice night here in Pierce, South Dakota, about 87 degrees, mostly sunny, not much wind. If any, blowing out toward right field, it'll drop to about 80 degrees by the end of the game. And with that, let's take a look at Swaggy P's keys to the game. Key number 1, get back on track, a 3-game losing streak following the 7-game win streak from the Zap. The Zap look to stay over 500 for the second half of the season. A very small rotation. Jake Hutter has now been shut down for the Zap this season after throwing 5 games in the past 7 ball games for the Zap. A very small rotation, just 8 pitchers now to get through 7 straight ball games. Figure out the Busters. The Zap have not defeated the Sodbusters this season, and they will try and pick up their first win tonight against the Hastings Sodbusters. Let's take a peek at the Oahe Zap starting lineup for tonight. Leading off in left field, Noah Wiggins. Mason Lang has been on a tear. He's batting second behind the plate. Vince Polizzi, it's his last game with the Oahe Zap this season. He's batting third at first base. Leandro Guevara makes his first appearance in the outfield. He's cleaning up in right. Tyler Hoffman makes his first start at shortstop. You notice a pattern, folks, switching it up, as the Zap are still looking to figure out how to replace Buck Snabs at short. Hoffman will fill those duties tonight. Aiden Johnson bats 6th. He's at the hot corner. Cole Ottersberg at second, batting 7th. Garen Gledhill DHs. He bats 8th. Emiliano Curiel batting 9th out in center field. And Garrett Bergman on the rock for the Zap here tonight. As lineups are being announced here at Hyde Stadium, we'll step aside. After lineups and first pitch, we'll come back with first pitch of Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube. Stay tuned.
Completely reimagined. DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No pay.
We are just about ready to get underway here at Hyde Stadium. Garrett Bergman takes the mound for the Oahe Zap. Let's take one more look at Bergman's stats so far this season. Bergman in 14 appearances has gone 36 and a third innings, posting a 5.2 ERA. He struck out 33 and walked 28 at the plate. And this is Bergman's last start at home this summer. He'll pick up one more start, but that'll come in Casper, Wyoming for the last season of the year. We got the Sodbusters lineup late today, so no lineup graphic, but take a look at the starting lineup for the Sodbusters. Nonetheless, leading off is Drew Vega in right field, batting second Ryan Jarvis, second Dino Morales hits third, Cale Jensen cleaning up, Tyler Welsh bats fifth, Bryce Ronkin hitting sixth, Tyler Sardelli bats seventh, Alexiel Delgado out in center field, he hits eighth, and Fred Bond rounds out the lineup for the Sodbusters. Mason Lang catching tonight for Garrett Bergman. Vega, a traditional leadoff hitter, has a lot of speed for the Sodbusters. 23 stolen bases this season. Carries a batting average of .325 into this ball game. Vega steps in, Bergman on the mound, ready to begin this ball game. Bergman's first pitch misses low and away, 1-0, and we are underway at Hyde Stadium. Well, Garrett Bergman has struggled a little bit with his first pitch command. Just 53% of his first pitches have been strikes. He finds the zone there on the fastball. catching the upper portion of the zone on Drew Vega. Count evens up 1-1. Bergman out of the windup. The pitch, a chase and a miss there from Vega. Beautiful breaking ball from Bergman. Looked like a slider that started over the plate and broke off the outside corner. Now the 1-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. Garrett Bergman strikes out the first batter of the ball game as Drew Vega heads back to the dugout. A nice start to the ball game for Bergman, and that will bring up Ryan Jarvis. The lefty enters this ball game hitting .278 this season, has some power. He's hit 1 home run this year. Bergman's pitch misses down and away, 1-0. .1-0 pitch coming to Jarvis. Fastball a little outside, 2-0. Bergman's last start was on July 17th against the Sasquatch. In that ballgame, he went 4 innings, giving up 8 hits, 6 runs, just 1 of those earned. The pitch chopped foul down the right side, 2-1. Now let's take a look at the Zap in the field. It's Noah Wiggins in left, Emiliano Curiel in center. Leandro Guevara gets his first start out in right field. The 2-1 pitch called for a strike on the outside corner, 2-2. In the infield, it's Aiden Johnson at the hot corner. Tyler Hoffman gets his first start at short. Cole Ottersberg on the other side of the middle infield at second. And Vince Palizzi making his last start of the summer at first. 2-2 pitch. Jarvis out ahead of the breaking ball. Chopped foul. Count remains 2-2. Bergman out of the windup looking for back-to-back strikeouts. That ball chopped on the ground slowly up the middle. Hoffman charges from short, fires to first, but it gets away from Palizzi. Jarvis is going to stay put there. It'll go down as an infield single as Hoffman didn't have much of a chance of beating Jarvis with the throw. That brings up Secundino Morales. Shortstop has been a big issue for the Oahe Zap over the past couple of days. Yesterday, Trey Martin and Noah Wiggins splitting time at short, and between the two of them, they made 5 errors. The day prior, 2 errors at short from Cole Ottersberg. As that pitch finds the strike zone, 0-1 the count on Secundino Morales. So Hoffman gets his first start tonight at short. Usually it's been Aiden Johnson filling in, but Johnson returns to the hot corner, his natural position. A wave and a miss there from Morales, who chases low and away. Counts 0-2. Morales batting .267 this season. A couple of home runs, 15 RBIs. Bergman checks in on Ryan Jarvis at first. Jarvis has speed. He's stolen 5 bases on 8 attempts this summer. Bergman with 1 out and a runner on first. The 0-2 pitch to Morales. That one spiked down in front of home plate. Lang keeps it in front of his body, and the count runs to 1-2. Bergman now working out of the stretch. The pitch, a wave and a miss there from Morales. Runner goes as it got away from Lang. Lang's throw heads into center field. Jarvis is going to stay put at second. The second strikeout of the inning for Garrett Bergman. As Bergman got a chase there from Secundino Morales. Cale Jensen now steps in with a runner in scoring position. It's Jarvis off second. Hoffman looks like he'll hold him on from short. Jensen batting .280 coming into this ball game, and he takes up and away 1-0. Hoffman continuing to hold on. Jarvis now on the bag. Bergman staring down the runner. Now comes home with the 1-0 pitch. Hit well in the air out to center field. Sends Curiel back. Looking up, and it is gone. off the netting beyond the center field wall. Cale Jensen with his first home run of the summer comes with 2 outs in the top of the first inning. Jensen gives the Sodbusters an early 2-0 lead. A well-struck baseball out to center field, just over the center field wall and into the netting. Tough start for Garrett Bergman, and 2 out runs, not what you want to give up, as those have been critical to the Oahe Zap in past ball games. Bergman misses outside to Tyler Welsh, counts 1-0. At the plate, the Sodbusters, not necessarily the best lineup in the Independence League, as Welsh skies that one into right field. Guevara, his first test, makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. Garrett Bergman gets through the first inning, but not before giving up 2 runs, a base hit to Ryan Jarvis, and the long ball to Cale Jensen. The Zap come to the plate in a 2-0 hole. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce, and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce, and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
The Sodbusters out to a quick 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first via a 2-run home run from Cale Jensen. Let's take a look at your Oahe Zap lineup tonight. Leading off in left field, it's Noah Wiggins batting second and catching Mason Lang. Vince Polizzi bats third. He's at first base. Leandro Guevara cleans up. He's in right field. Hoffman hits fifth. That's short. Aiden Johnson bats sixth. He's at third. Cole Ottersberg, Garen Gledhill, and Emiliano Curiel round out the lineup for the Zap here on this lovely Monday evening. Nathan Massar takes the hill for the Sodbusters. Massar this season in 6 starts and 7 appearances has gone 29 innings, posting a 1-2 record. Over that time, he's given up 18 hits, 12 runs, just 10 of those earned. A fantastic 41 strikeout to 15 walk ratio for Massar, who's posted a 3.1 ERA this summer. Wiggins now steps in to lead things off for the Zap. Wiggins has been hot at the plate, carrying a 7-game hitting streak into this ball game. Massar's first pitch misses a little bit inside, 1-0. Wiggins 2 days ago out in Spearfish, a multi-hit game, 2 for 5 at the plate. He's gotten his batting average up to .306 this summer. Massar's 1-0 offering fouled off from Wiggins, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Called for a strike 1-2 on Noah Wiggins. The Hastings Sodbusters, not usually a team known for their power. They had just 6 home runs coming into this ball game. That was the lowest in the Independence League, but Cale Jansen going deep in the top of the first inning. Massar's 1-2 pitch over the head of Wiggins. Count evens up 2-2. The Zap as a team hitting .262 this season. It's been improving throughout the summer, as it was a slow start to the season at the plate for the Zap. But they have turned it on as of late. 2-2 pitch, upstairs 3-2. Take a look at the Sodbusters out in the field. Ryan Jarvis in left, Alexiel Delgado in center, Cale Jensen in right. Massar taking his time on the mound, now comes home with the 3-2 pitch. Grounded off the end of the bat of Wiggins. Massar fields off the mound, takes his time with the throw to first to retire Noah Wiggins. In the infield for the Sodbusters, it's Tyler Welsh at third, Drew Vega at short, Bryce Ronkin at second, and Tyler Sardelli at first. Fred Bond catching tonight for the Sodbusters as the red-hot Mason Lang digs in. Lang is 10 for his last 15 at the plate over his past 3 games. 4 of those have been for extra bases, and Lang takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Lang picked up his second home run of the season on Friday evening against the Sasquatch. Massar out of the windup with the 0-1 pitch, grounded toward third, but foul, 0-2. Mason Lang yesterday, or perhaps 2 days ago, as the Zap were off yesterday, was 4 for 6 with a double and a triple. Just a home run short of the cycle. He's gotten his batting average up to now .336 this summer, and he takes up and away 1-2. Massar comes home with the 1-2 pitch. The breaking ball misses up and away, 2-2. The Zap are looking to chip away at an early 2-run deficit here to the Hastings Sodbusters. Massar's 2-2 pitch hit on the ground sharply toward first. Gloved by Sardelli. He'll take it to the bag himself for the second out of the inning. Well, Nathan Massar has retired the first 2 Zap hitters he's faced on a ground ball right back to Massar himself, and then a ground ball over the first from Mason Lang as Vince Polizzi digs in. This is Polizzi's last ball game with the Oahe Zap as he'll be heading home tomorrow, and it's been quite the summer for Vince Polizzi, hitting .297 with 6 home runs. Swinging away there, fouls it off toward the backstop, 0-1. Polizzi carries a 6-game hitting streak into this ballgame, looking to end his summer on a 7-game hitting streak. Massar takes a lot of time on the mound, the 0-1 pitch. Polizzi chases down and away at that one, 0-2. Polizzi 2 for 4 in his last ballgame with a double, drove in a run. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball gets by Polizzi, and Nathan Massar works a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom half of the first. The Sodbusters retain a 2-0 lead over the Zap as we move to the second. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? VWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life.
Garrett Bergman back on the mound for the Oahe Zap in the top of the second inning. Bergman looking to settle in after giving up a 2-run home run in the first. He'll face 6, 7, 8 in the Sodbusters order. Bryce Ronkin, Tyler Sardelli, and Alexiel Delgado due up in the second.
For Hastings in the second inning, batting sixth, second baseman, number 24, Bryce Ronkin.
So Bryce Ronkin digs in. It's a lefty-heavy lineup today for the Sodbusters. Ronkin batting .244 this summer in limited time, just 55 plate appearances. Bergman gets the first pitch by Ronkin, 0-1. Ronkin arrived to the Sodbusters on July 5th, only playing a little bit less than half the season for Hastings as Bergman misses in front of home plate with that one. Count evens 1-1. The game plan on the mound for the Oahe Zap tonight. Garrett Bergman starting things off. And then things will run to Lucas Creighton. Caden Shivers will try and finish this ball game up for the Zap. If possible, they'll try and get through it using just those three pitchers. As a wave and a miss there from Bryce Ronkin, count runs to 1-2. Garrett Bergman has his sign from Mason Lang. The pitch, a wave and a miss there from Ronkin, who failed to hold up on that swing. Lang lobs it down to Palizzi. The third strikeout of the game for Bergman. And there's one away here in the top of the second inning. So that will bring up Tyler Sardelli. This is just Sardelli's second ball game. His first came against the Bison 2 days ago on the 20th. He was 0 for 4 in that game. Takes the first pitch fastball for a strike from Bergman, 0-1. Pitch. Just missed a little bit low on Sardelli. Count evens 1-1. Interesting to see a guy like Sardelli coming so late in the season to the Sodbusters as Bergman drops in the breaking ball on the outside corner. The count runs to 1-2. That pitch misses down in the dirt. It's now 2-2. Bergman has thrown 26 pitches to this point. One out here in the top of the second, no one on base. Bergman comes home with the 2-2, chopped on the ground slowly up the middle. Hoffman charges in, gloves it, fires to first, but not in time. As Tyler Sardelli beat out the throw, an infield single for Sardelli. And the Sodbusters with a one-out base runner. Now, 2 of the 3 hits that Bergman has given up have been slow choppers up the middle. And the third hit, of course, the home run to center field off the bat of Jensen. Now Alexiel Delgado digs in with a runner on first and 1 out. Delgado takes the first pitch right down the middle, strike 1. Delgado has a home run right here at Hyde Stadium earlier this year. Has 2 long balls this summer. The 0-1 pitch off the hands of Delgado going back from first. Palizzi, he can't get there. Ball drops in foul territory, and the count runs to 0-2. Delgado batting .239 this season. He's driven in 20 runs for the Sodbusters. Heads back to the dugout looking for a new bat. Wasn't sure if that one broke. It was in off the hands of Delgado and weak contact. Delgado now returns to the plate with a new weapon. Already action up in the Sodbusters bullpen. Not sure if this is just a bullpen for whoever is warming up or if Massar is going for an opener type start. Bergman misses low 1-2. So not only is Tyler Hoffman getting his first start at short, but Leandro Guevara gets his first start in the outfield as that ball is chopped foul, 1-2. In Spearfish on Saturday, Mason Lang got his first start in right field, and what this does is it gives you a chance to put Mason Lang, Leandro Guevara, and Garen Gledhill all in the same lineup, as they've all been hitting fantastic at the plate as of late. Delgado chases at the pitch in the dirt, and Bergman picks up his fourth strikeout of the game.
Catcher, number 32, Fred Bond.
4 of the first 5 outs that Bergman has recorded coming via the strikeout, all by the swinging variety. The 9-hitter Fred Bond steps in. Bond has struggled this summer for the Sodbusters. He's 3 for his last 37 at the plate, and he takes upstairs 1-0. Bond sports a batting average of just 150. The runner on first is Tyler Sardelli after the infield single. Sardelli thinking about running on that pitch, but holds up no matter as it was fouled off by Bond. Count remains 1-1. Bergman's 1-1 pitch down in the dirt once again, 2-1. The Sodbusters are aggressive on the base paths as a team 84 stolen bases this summer on 104 attempts. That's good for about 81% if you round up. Polizzi holding on Sardelli at first. Bergman, a 2-1 count on Fred Bond. Bergman will check in on the runner once again. Polizzi thought they might have had him on that one, but Sardelli dives in ahead of the tag. Now the 2-1 pitch. Ooh, not sure where that one missed from Garrett Bergman. Home plate umpire looked like he was going to signal for a strike there. Instead, the count runs to 3-1, possibly a little bit outside from Bergman on that one. Runner goes on the 3-1 pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike. Throwdown from Lang is in time. Mason Lang throws out Tyler Sardelli at second to end the top half of the second inning. 1 hit, no one left. Bergman threw a clean second. The Sodbusters' lead is 2-0. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning.
Nathan Massar warming up here in the bottom of the second inning. 4, 5, and 6 for the Oahe Zap. Leandro Guevara set to lead things off. Guevara has been mashing this season for the Zap. He's batting .370.
For the Zap in the second inning. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 25, Leandro Guevara.
Guevara just 14 strikeouts on the season as well. Puts the ball in play pretty consistently. And now you have Guevara, Lang, and Garen Gledhill all in the same lineup. Mason Lang was hitting .336 coming into this one. Guevara, a wave at that one. Maybe misread the pitch out of the hand of Massar as that one missed well outside the count 0-1. Guevara drove in a run on Saturday against the Sasquatch. Was 1 for 3 with a couple of walks. Massar's 0-1 pitch. That one misses up and in, almost clipped Guevara. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Guevara hits that one well, but right at the shortstop, Drew Vega, who retires Guevara for the first out of the inning.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 88, Tyler Hoffman.
So now Tyler Hoffman steps in. Hoffman hitting .312 this summer. He's driven in 12 runs and has scored 24 times. Garen Gledhill stands on deck. Pitch from Massar, a fastball on the knees of Hoffman for a strike, 0-1. The Zap have just 8 pitchers to finish up the last 7 ball games of the season, and it's 7 games in a row. Bergman getting the start. It'll be Lucas Creighton first out of the pen. Hoffman hits that one on the ground. Charging from third is Welsh. Welsh fires to first to beat Hoffman to the bag. And the first 5 Zap hitters have all been retired by Nathan Massar. So now Garen Gledhill steps in. And after Lucas Creighton, it'll be Caden Shivers. But with just 8 pitchers in 7 ball games, we're going to see some position players get some appearances on the mound. Gledhill made an appearance through just 1 inning. But Gledhill had a lot of heat off the mound. It looks like he was in the upper 80s, if not touching 90. He's hitting .227. Massar's pitch, fastball, misses outside 1-0. Garen Gledhill throws with his right arm behind the plate, but when he's pitching on the mound, throws lefty. Gledhill is ambidextrous. So interesting to see. He's got a great arm behind the plate. He's thrown out a couple of runners this season, and then he throws in the upper 80s on the mound. Gledhill waves through that high fastball. 1-1. Massar has a sign from Fred Bond. Now begins his motion pitch. That one hit well over the head of Drew Vega at short. The first hit and first base runner of the ball game for the Oahe Zap comes in the bottom of the second inning with 2 men out. A base hit for Garen Gledhill will bring up Aiden Johnson.
First baseman, number 29, Aiden Johnson.
While Aiden Johnson has been picking up the shortstop duties for most of his recent games, he moves back over to his natural position of third base tonight. Johnson, 3 straight multi-hit ball games coming into this one. Batting .253 at the plate. Johnson takes outside 1-0. Our scoreboard has gone down momentarily out in center field. 1-0 with 2 outs. The Sodbusters lead 2-0 as the scoreboard is now back up. Gledhill, the runner, on first. Massar out of the stretch for the first time this ball game. The heater up and in on Johnson, 2-0. Massar's 2-0 offering. Johnson swings through the fastball. Count runs to 2-1. Massar's got good heat behind his fastball. In the upper 80s, if not touching 90. Would love to get a radar gun up here. But as of now, don't have access to that as Gledhill dives back into first base. The count's now 2-1 on Aiden Johnson. 2 men out, a runner on first. Massar comes home with the pitch. Upstairs, 3-1. Johnson 2 for 5 in his last ball game at the plate. Drove in a run and scored. Johnson in the driver's seat. The 3-1 pitch swung on and missed 3-2. That'll release Garen Gledhill from first with a full count and 2 men out. Cole Ottersberg on deck. Emiliano Curiel in the hole. The Zap still looking to chip away at what is an early 2-run deficit. 3-2 pitch. Swing and miss from Johnson. The second strikeout of the game for Nathan Massar. He strands a runner on first. We move to the third. Sodbusters lead 2-0. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Zap would like to give a big thank you to our
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com.
Fred Bond leads things off here in the top of the third for the Hastings Sodbusters. Bond was at the plate when Tyler Sardelli was caught stealing. He laces a first pitch into left field. Leadoff single for Bond and the Sodbusters with their leadoff man aboard. Bond just 3 for his last 37 at the plate.
Our dear batter, number 4,
trying to break out of a slump coming into this ball game. That sends it back to the top of the Sodbusters order for Drew Vega. Vega, a strikeout to begin the ball game in the first. Bergman's pitch misses low. Lang pops it up to keep it in front of him, and that keeps Fred Bond on first. Bergman's 1-0 pitch down in the dirt once again, 2-0. That's been Bergman's miss today. A couple of pitches just below the zone. That pitch caught by Aiden Johnson at third off the end of the bat of Drew Vega.
Left fielder, number 34, Ryan.
Now 1 out here in the top of the third inning with a runner on first for Ryan Jarvis. Jarvis picked up an infield single back in the first inning. He would come around to score on the home run from Cale Jensen, his 27th run of the season. Bergman's pitch, fastball away, 1-0. Pitch on the way, outside once again, 2-0 the count on Ryan Jarvis. Fred Bond hasn't shown any intent to steal from first just yet. And Bergman will check in on Bond. This is now the last 4-game homestand for the Oahe Zap. 3 games against the Hastings Sodbusters and then 1 game against the Fremont Moo. Season began in late May, and you blink, it's already late July as the independent season is just about to wrap up. Bergman falling behind 3-0 in the count against Ryan Jarvis. Pitch called for a strike on the outside corner, 3-1. Jarvis grounds that one to first. Polizzi goes to second for 1. Hoffman to first. Bergman covering the bag. They got him. 3-6-1 they go, turning the double play to end the top half of the third inning. An athletic play from Garrett Bergman coming off the mound to cover the bag. He has some words for Ryan Jarvis as he enters the dugout. Bergman puts a 0 spot in the top of the third. And the Sodbusters lead is 2-0 over the Oahe Zap. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
And earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over
Bottom of the third inning here at Hyde Stadium. Sodbusters lead the Oahe Zap by a score of 2-0. The only runs in this game coming via a Cale Jensen 2-run shot in the top of the first. 8, 9, and 1 in the bottom of the third for the Oahe Zap. Cole Ottersberg, Emiliano Curiel, and then Noah Wiggins at the top of the order. Massar has worked through the first 2 innings, facing just 7 batters. Garen Gledhill picked up a base hit with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. But Massar then came back to strike out Aiden Johnson, leaving Gledhill on base. Ottersberg, after a hot stretch at the plate, has cooled off recently. He's 1 for his past 10, has struck out in 4 of those 10 plate appearances. Massar's deals outside 1-0. Ottersberg hitting 197 this season. Gets on base at a clip of 300 even. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled off by Ottersberg. Count evens 1-1. Ottersberg a little bit frustrated at that. Perhaps thinking that he chased out of the zone up, or maybe thought he should have hit that pitch. Not sure what frustrated Ottersberg there. Regardless, the count is 1-1. Massar deals upstairs with the fastball, 2-1. A nice crowd here at Hyde Stadium for a Monday evening. Two-one pitch. Ottersberg takes on the outside corner. Count evens 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, chopped off the bat of Ottersberg, who almost seemed to check his swing there, perhaps just trying to get his bat on the baseball and stay alive in the count. The 2-2. Ottersberg, did he hold up on the swing? Yes, he did, says the field umpire. The count runs full on Ottersberg. The Sodbusters split a 2-game series against Bison baseball. Prior to that, they took 2 out of 3 against the Fremont Moo. 3-2 pitch. Ottersberg fouls it off and stays alive. Count remains full. The Sodbusters fighting to become the second team to make the Independence League Championship Series, although they're a couple of games back of both the Fremont Moo and Spearfish Sasquatch. The Sodbusters at this point would borderline have to win out. Ottersberg takes upstairs and works a leadoff walk. The leadoff man aboard for the Oahe Zap. That's the first time all day they've had the leadoff man on. And Ottersberg is who you want on the base paths. His 11 stolen bases leads the Oahe Zap. Massar has a funky motion to the plate. Takes a lot of time when he's working out of the windup. I think there's a good chance the Zap get aggressive here with Ottersberg on first. Massar deals upstairs with the fastball, 1-0. The count on Emiliano Curiel. Curiel carrying a batting average of .259 into this ball game. He's driven in 24 runs this summer. Massar comes home with the 1-0 pitch upstairs once again, 2-0. Massar checking on the runner at first. Two-0. Called for a strike, hitting the upper portion of the strike zone. Count runs to 2-1 on Emiliano Curiel. Ottersburg has not shown intent to steal just yet. Curiel fouls off the 2-1 pitch. Count runs to 2-2. Massar has now thrown 40 pitches in this ball game. He's through 2 innings of work as we're in the bottom of the third. A runner on first, no one out for Emiliano Curiel. Ottersburg has a decent-sized lead off first. And the 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, drops in for strike 3. Massar locks up Emiliano Curiel, picks up his third strikeout of the ball game. There's now 1 out in the bottom of the third. That brings up Noah Wiggins with the runner on first. Wiggins a ground out back to Massar in his first at-bat. Sardelli holds on Ottersburg as Wiggins steps in. Wiggins takes the first pitch outside, 1-0. Ever since June 16th, Noah Wiggins has turned it on the 16th. He was hitting 184, but his batting average up to 306 coming into today's ball game. Count now 1-1 on Wiggins. That included a 5-hit ball game back on June 25th. The 1-1. Upstairs over the head of Noah Wiggins, 2-1. Wiggins has been the Mountain Dew MVP a couple of times this season. Once in that ball game in which he was 5 for 6. And a second time coming against the Bison on a walk-off single to right field. The 2-1 pitch from Massar, swinging and a miss. Ottersburg running on the pitch. The throw in time. Ottersburg called out at second base, gunned down by Fred Bond. Ottersburg thought that he had beat the throw and that his foot had slipped under the tag. Now both sides have had a man caught stealing. The bases are empty, 2-2 the count on Noah Wiggins. There's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. And on that walk-off single, it came with 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th. Runners on second and third. The Zap trailing by 1. Doesn't get much more clutch than that for Wiggins as the count now runs full. As mentioned earlier, Noah Wiggins carrying a 7-game hit streak into this ball game. Massar out of the windup with no runners on base, finds the outside corner, and Noah Wiggins goes down looking. The 4th strikeout of the ball game for Nathan Massar, and he faces the minimum in the bottom of the third. Sodbusters lead remains 2-0. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
For a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you?
Top of the fourth inning, the Sodbusters lead is 2-0 over the Oahe Zap. Secundino Morales leads things off here in the fourth. Morales struck out in the first and takes low there, 1-0. Morales was 5 for 14 over his past 3 ball games, including 4 RBIs in that stretch. He takes inside 2-0. Nathan Massar for the Sodbusters has given up just 1 hit in his first 3 innings. Ground ball down the third baseline, gets by Aiden Johnson. A fair ball off the bat of Secundino Morales. He'll jog into second base with a leadoff double. Morales turning on the fastball from Bergman right over the third base line. Thought Johnson might have had a chance at that baseball, but it barely got past his leather. In steps Cale Jensen. Jensen a long ball in the first over the center field wall. Bergman's pitch down in the dirt, 1-0. With that home run, Cale Jensen extending a hitting streak to 5 games. He now has 20 RBIs this summer. Bergman's 1-0, breaking ball in front of home plate, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Hit well out to right field, sending Guevara back, turns, and it's over his head. 1 hops to the wall. Jensen digs for second. Morales is going to be waved home. Back-to-back doubles for the Sodbusters here in the top of the fourth, gives them a 3-0 lead. Cale Jensen now with a couple of extra base hits on the ball game. He's driven in all 3 runs for the Sodbusters. Now a 3-0 ball game. Still a runner on second with no one out. Brings up Tyler Welsh. Welsh flew out to right field in his first at-bat. Ottersberg comes over from second base to hold on the runner. Now retreats. The pitch right down the middle. 0-1 the count on Tyler Welsh. Morales, a moderate lead off second, dancing off, tries to distract Bergman. Bergman misses inside with the pitch. The count evens up 1-1. Welsh hitting .270 at the plate. Coming into this ball game, he's driven in 19 runs this summer. Bergman's 1-1 offering. Hit in the air, right field, slicing foul, 1-2.
That's the Larkspur Landing event center foul. It's turning those foul balls for your own 2024 Larkspur Landing player card.
So Larkspur, foul balls, those are just for when it's hit out of. I thought that went out of the stadium. No, it stayed in. Oh, sorry. Well, like if it goes out, you're good to sit.
The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, chopped on the ground toward third. Johnson charges, checks the runner back, now goes to first, and retires Tyler Welsh. Nice play from Aiden Johnson, not only to record the out at first, but checking back on Cale Jensen at second, making sure he doesn't advance 90 feet on the play before throwing out Tyler Welsh. Bryce Ronkin now steps in. Ronkin struck out to lead off the second inning. The Zap with the shift on the lefty. Bergman misses up and away, 1-0. A big hole through the middle of the infield. as Hoffman is just to the left of second base, and Cole Ottersberg. Mason Lang get a check down on the runner from behind home plate, not in time. Lang trying to catch Cale Jensen sleeping off second, but Jensen, as soon as he saw Lang going down to second, raced back to the bag. And Cole Ottersberg is more than halfway to the right of between first base and second base. Bergman down in the dirt once again. Count runs 2-1. Bergman threw 91 pitches in his last start. 2-1 breaking ball right on the outside corner, 2-2. And this late in the summer, you have a feeling that Bergman's not going to throw many more than 90 pitches here against the Sodbusters. 2-2 is fouled away. Who's slated to come into the ballgame next. His last appearance came on July 19th against the Sasquatch right here at Hyde Stadium. He gave up 2 hits, 3 runs, but none of those were earned. Bergman's 2-2, up and away, 3-2. Tyler Sardelli sits on deck. He had an infield single earlier this ballgame. Here in the top of the 4th inning, first and second, and just one man out for Sardelli. Sardelli's infield single was his first base hit of the summer, as this is just his second ball game that he's played in for the Sodbusters. Bergman looking back at Morales on second, now comes home. Pitch called for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count on Tyler Sardelli. That one ripped into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Curiel Fields rounding third is Morales. Busters lead is now 4-0.
Center fielder, number 13, Alexiel Delgado.
Runners were picked up his first RBI of the season. Delgado, a strikeout victim back in the second inning. Bergman has now thrown 65 pitches. Bergman's pitch misses high, 1-0. Fastball hit well out to left field. That's going to drop. Wiggins comes over to field it. Being waved home from third is Bryce Ronkin. He will score. An RBI single from Alexiel Delgado, who breaks a hitless stretch. The Sodbusters have now put 3 runs up here in the top of the 4th. They lead 5-0. Now 8 hits through 3 1/3 innings that Bergman has surrendered. And he's still in a pickle. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Pitch, breaking ball, drops in for a strike on Fred Bond. Bergman's 0-1 pitch, hit on the ground toward short, could be 2. Hoffman can't field, and everyone will reach. Ball to Tyler Hoffman at short. Hoffman, it's his first start at the shortstop position for the Oahe Zap. The Zap made 5 errors at short for the Zap. First pitch, chop back up the middle. Bergman lets it go. Johnson fields. Everyone's going to reach safely, and a run comes home to score on the infield single for Drew Vega. It would have been a tough play for Bergman to field and fire to first, but Bergman perhaps disrupted Johnson's vision first.
Left fielder, number 34, Ryan Jarvis.
Jarvis, the 9th hitter of the inning, takes down and away 1-0. Jarvis 1 for 2 at the plate, single in the first, grounded into a double play to end the third. 1-0 on the way, hit in the air. That's going to be that of Ryan Jarvis. And the Sodbusters trying to break this one open early as they lead 8-0 in the top of the fourth inning.
The designated hitter, number 5, Secondino Morales.
Secondino Morales will make his second at-bat of the inning. He led things 8 runs on 10 hits in just the top of the fourth inning for the Sodbusters. Bergman staring, watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Downtown Pier, 643.
Right where you live. How? VWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for VWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash? Personal career coach. What if college education was completely reimagined?
Is 8. They've only had just 1 hit against Massar, 2 base runners, as Massar has surrendered 1 walk that came to lead off the third to Cole Ottersberg, but Ottersberg was thrown out on the base paths. This is the second time that the Zap are seeing Massar this season. Massar's first start against the Oahe Zap came all the way back on May 31st. In that ball game, he went 5 innings and gave up just 1 hit this season, as he has now thrown 8 scoreless innings against the Oahe Zap. He'll face the heart of the order in the bottom of the fourth. 2, 3, and 4, Mason Lang, Vince Polizzi, and Leandro Guevara. Lang with 4 hits in each of his last 2 ball games. He was a home run away from the cycle in Spearfish. And 2 games ago back here at Hyde Stadium, a triple away from the cycle as he went deep in that ball game on Friday. Massar taking a lot of time on the mound, begins his 1-0 pitch. That one hit well in the air out to right field. Jensen shades back and it's over his head. Mason Lang digs for 2. Jensen gets the ball in. A leadoff double for Mason Lang, and Lang stays red hot at the plate. Cale Jensen had a terrible read on that base. And by that time, the baseball over the head of Cale Jensen. Had Jensen started sprinting back in a dead heat, there was a chance he could have got there. Instead, Lang gets a double, and Vince Polizzi steps in. Polizzi, he's hitting .298 with runners in scoring position this year. Now the 1-0. Swinging in. Massar comes set. Now comes home with the 1-1. Another wave and a miss from Vince Polizzi, who can't seem to time up the fastball from Nathan Massar, as Polizzi. Massar deals the 1-2 pitch. Fastball popped up straight up into the air. It's going to find the seats. They get at short. Polizzi takes upstairs. Massar tried the breaking ball there, but unable to bury it, as he likely wanted that one at the knees of Vince Polizzi, if not below the knees of Vince Polizzi. Here's the payoff to be off the inside corner, but Vince Polizzi is rung up, and he's down on strikes for the second time today. Guevara had a hard-hit baseball to begin the second inning, but it was right at Drew Vega at short. There's 1-0 the count on Guevara. Guevara was hitting .370 beginning the ball game. That'll dip down slightly as he's now 0 for 1 today. 1-0 pitch. Guevara takes outside, 2-0. Guevara's hitting .375 with runners in scoring position. Middle, but fouls it off, 2-1. Makes the catch, tagging from second is all from Leandro Guevara.
The shortstop, number 88, Tyler Hoffman.
Well, there's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Zap with the runner 90 feet away for Tyler Hoffman. Hoffman grounded out to third in his first at bat. 4th inning. Pitch. Fouled off, 0-1. Tyler Hoffman looking to atone for an error in the 4th inning. It could have been a double play ball to end the 4th. After that, 2 more runs would come around to score. Tyler Hoffman behind the fastball from Nathan Massar. And he's now behind in the count. Struck out 11 the first time he faced the Oahe Zap. For the Zap at the plate as they average more than 9 strikeouts a game. Pitch. Swinging and a miss from Hoffman. He goes down swinging. 6th strikeout of the game for Nathan Massar. He strands a runner on third. And the Sodbusters have an 8-0 lead over the Oahe.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, all backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed at ticketsmarter.com. Great seats, ESPN events, and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 1. About your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed at ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to 48 million tickets for sale, all backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale, all backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter.
We enter the bottom of the 5th inning. The Sodbusters lead the Oahe Zap by a score of 8-0. Scratch that. We enter the top of the 5th inning as Garrett Bergman back on the mound. Despite giving up 6 in the 4th, he's thrown just 74 pitches and gets a swing and a miss there from Cale Jensen. Now, Jensen has had Bergman's number this ballgame, a 2-run home run in the 1st and an RBI double in the 4th. Jensen takes down in the dirt. Count evens up at 1-1. Well, our very favorite ballpark game, Beat the Bolt, will happen after the 5th inning here as Bergman's 1-1 pitch drops below the zone, 2-1. Lucas Creighton now goes out to the right field bullpen to warm up. The 2-1, down and in, 3-1. All 3 catchers on the Zap roster in the lineup in this ball game: Garen Gledhill, Leandro Guevara, and Mason Lang. So Gledhill will go down to warm up the pitcher as Cale Jensen works a walk to lead off the fifth.
Third baseman, number 20, Tyler Welch.
Tyler Welch now steps in. He's 0 for 2 today. Flew out to right field in the first and a ground out to third in the fourth. The Sodbusters had 10 hitters come to the plate in the fourth inning. Bergman deals outside 1-0. The Sodbusters have now got their leadoff man on in the past 3 innings. That 1-0 pitch misses in the dirt. Runner goes from first, and Cale Jensen will make it in to second base. Once again, a runner in scoring position for the Sodbusters. That'll go down as a wild pitch as it was down in the dirt. Lang did his best to keep it in front of him, but Cale Jensen had a very good read on the baseball and took off immediately. 2-0 pitch in the dirt once again, 3-0. The walk to Cale Jensen was just the first walk that Bergman has surrendered this ballgame. But he's now behind 3-0 in the count against Welsh. The pitch. Down in the dirt, back-to-back walks for the Sodbusters put runners on first and second with no one out. Creighton had just begun warming up in the bullpen. Gledhill doesn't have a catcher's mask down there, so I'm not sure if Creighton is going to be able to fully warm up.
Number 24, Bryce Ronkin.
Bryce Ronkin steps in with 2 on and no out. Ronkin 0 for 1 today, a strikeout in the second. The shift is on for the lefty. Bergman deals fastball off the outside corner, 1-0. Bergman has not found the strike zone in any of his last 6 pitches after he gave up a 4-pitch walk to Tyler Welsh. And Bergman finds the outside corner there. The count evens 1-1 on Bryce Ronkin. Pitch, hit on the ground toward first. Polizzi fields, fires to second in the dirt. Hoffman scoops, fires to first. Bergman was covering the bag. The ball goes by Bergman and out of play into the Zap dugout. A runner will come home to score. It'll go down as a fielder's choice for Bryce Ronkin. Tyler Hoffman will pick up his second error of the ball game, and the Sasquatch now lead 9-0.
First baseman, number 18, Tyler Sardelli.
The throw would not have beat Ronkin to the bag. That's one that Tyler Hoffman might just want to hold on to the baseball. Would have kept a runner at third, and you would have had 1 out with runners on the corners. That pitch fouled off the bat of Tyler Sardelli, 0-1. Sardelli 2 for 2 today, drove in a run in the fourth. The 0-1 pitch. Down in the dirt, 1-1. One and one coming to Sardelli. Pitch. In the dirt once again, 2-1. Bergman struggling a little bit with his command this inning. And Mason Lang will come out to the mound to try and calm his pitcher down. Creighton getting hot now in the Zap bullpen. 2-1 the count on Tyler Sardelli. 1 man out, runner on second. 1 run in the inning. The Sodbusters lead is now 9-0. Bergman comes set, checks the runner. Now the 2-1. Right on the outside corner, 2-2. Nice pitch there from Garrett Bergman. Bergman comes home with the 2-2. Breaking ball hit on the ground towards second, fielded by Ottersberg. Takes his time, tosses to Polizzi. The runner advances from second to third. That's where Bryce Ronkin stands with 2 men out.
Center fielder, number 13, Alexio Delgado.
Delgado will try and bring home Ronkin with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Delgado's 1 for 2. He drove in a run in the 4th. Delgado takes the breaking ball on the inside corner, 0-1. The Zap have scored 10 runs in each of the past 2 ball games. However, they've fallen 21-10 in both games, but their bats have been alive as of late as Bergman dots the outside corner to get ahead 0-2 in the count on Delgado. Can their bats come alive here on this Monday evening at Hyde Stadium? 0-2 pitch lifted in the air out toward left field, hooking down the line as Wiggins gives chase. He'll get to the baseball in foul territory as Delgado flies out to left field for the 3rd out of the inning. 1 run on 2 walks, an error, and 1 man left, and the Sodbusters lead 9-0. Well, halfway through this ball game now, it's time for Oahe Zap trivia. So the first correct answer in the YouTube comment section will win 2 free general admission tickets to a Zap game of your choice. And as we just have 3 more games in this season, if you want to redeem them for the 2025 season, feel free to do so. The question tonight, how many MLB players have hit 700 or more home runs in their career? The first correct answer in the YouTube comments section will win 2 free general admission tickets to a Zap game of your choice, either this season, if not in the 2025 season. Bottom of the 5th inning, the Sodbusters extended their lead to 9-0 in the top half. Garen Gledhill leads things off, and we've got the correct answer to the YouTube trivia question coming in from Jeffrey Cass with 4, and he even named them off. It's Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, Barry Bonds, and Albert Pujols. So congratulations to Jeffrey Cass. I would presume the father of Julius Cass. Gledhill, a base hit in the 2nd inning. This is just his 2nd at-bat of the ball game. Nathan Massar back on the mound, and he deals down in the dirt 1-0. Taking a look around the Independence League, the Fremont Moo have a 1-0 lead over the Bison in the bottom of the 2nd inning. The Casper Spuds, a 3-2 lead over the Spearfish Sasquatch in the top of the 2nd inning. Gledhill takes a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. The Sasquatch currently lead for the second spot in the Independence League Championship. If they can pick up a couple of wins over the Casper Spuds, they might just about lock down their spot in the championship series. Gledhill swings through the 1-1 pitch count, now 1-2. The Casper Spuds claim their spot in the Independence League Championship Series by winning the first half of the season. 1-2 now on Garen Gledhill. Massar looking in for a sign from Fred Bond. Bond gives him a target. The 1-2. Swinging and a miss from Gledhill. Gledhill down on strikes. And Nathan Massar has now struck out 7.
First baseman, number 29, Aiden Johnson.
Aiden Johnson, one of those 7 strikeouts, coming back in the second inning. Johnson red hot coming into this ball game, as he has had multi-hit games in the past 3 outings for Johnson. Massar's pitch. Johnson grounds it foul down the left side, 0-1. Well, Nathan Massar has gotten through 4 1/3 innings in just 67 pitches. Massar likely won't go beyond 85, especially in a 9-run ball game, as the Sodbusters will save his arm. Massar, slated for one more start in this Independence League season, drops in the 0-1 breaking ball but misses off the inside corner. The count is 1-1 on Aiden Johnson. One pitch. Fastball outside, 2-1. Lucas Creighton continuing to warm up. You would presume that he'll come in and replace Garrett Bergman in the top of the 6th. Two one. Low and away, 3-1 now the count on Aiden Johnson. Massar has walked just 1 today. He's surrendered 3 base runners, a hit from Garen Gledhill, a double from Mason Lang, and the walk to Cole Ottersberg. Did Johnson hold up on his swing? No, he did not, says the home plate umpire, as the count runs full on Johnson. Haberger coaching first for the Zap. No third base coach out in the field for the Zap at the moment. Massar, slow windup, 3-2 pitch. Fouled off just overhead here in the press box. So the count remains full on Aiden Johnson.
2024 Larkspur Landing player card.
The 3-2. Johnson fouls it off and stays alive. Full count, 1 man out, no one on. Looks like Jacob Trusner out talking to Lucas Creighton down in the right field pen. Johnson battling, about to see an 8th pitch in the at-bat. 3-2. Johnson fouls it away. Now he'll see a 9th pitch. Now Johnson's quality at-bat numbers are sky high. Quality at-bats measure any time a player records a hit, a line drive, or an at-bat of 6 or more pitches. Johnson, a quality at-bat percentage of 56%. And he takes upstairs a fantastic at-bat for Aiden Johnson, a 9-pitch walk.
That's the Richie Z's walk, powered by Richie Z's, your place to eat in Pier.
Now it's Cole Ottersberg with a runner on first and 1 man out. Ottersberg walked to begin the bottom of the third inning, but he was thrown out by Fred Bond. Emiliano Curiel stands on deck. Massar deals upstairs 1-0. On the way. Once again, misses high, and the count is 2-0 on Cole Ottersberg. The Zap 9-9 on the second half of the season. They won 2 against the Plainsmen to begin the second half before dropping 6 to the Sodbusters and Spuds. They would then go on a 7-game winning streak as Ottersberg takes high and Massar falls behind 3-0 in the count. Now Massar gave up a 9-pitch walk to Aiden Johnson, and now Cole Ottersberg in a 3-0 count. Massar might lose 2 straight batters, but he finds the strike zone with the 3-0 pitch, now 3-1. And so that 7-game winning streak, it was the first 5 against the Bison, then 2 against the Sasquatch. As Ottersberg swings through the 3-1 pitch, count runs full. The Zap would then drop 3 in a row to the Sasquatch, and that is where we stand at 9-9 on the second half. 3-2. Ottersberg fouls it off.
That's another Larkspur Landing Event Center foul ball. Kids turn those foul balls for your own 20.
Ottersberg about to see the 7th pitch of this at-bat between Aiden Johnson and Cole Ottersberg. Nathan Massar will have thrown 16 pitches to the 2 Zap hitters. 3-2. Outside, and Massar loses another Zap hitter on balls. Ottersberg works his second walk of the game, now back-to-back walks that Massar has given up. Now Braden Byram heads out to coach third for the Oahe Zap, and Emiliano Curiel will step in. Curiel struck out looking in the third. Massar has now thrown 83 pitches, and Curiel looks at strike 1. This has got to be the last inning for Nathan Massar, as he will likely eclipse 90. And in a 9-run ball game, you got to think that Sodbusters manager Joel Skipper will want to save the arm of Massar. Massar quickly getting ahead here on Emiliano Curiel. The count is 0-2. Johnson on second, Ottersberg on first. 0-2 pitch on the way. Curiel takes high, 1-2. And now Jacob Trusner catching for Lucas Creighton down in the bullpen. Curiel swings through the 1-2 pitch, and he is down on strikes. Nathan Massar has been a strikeout machine on the mound. He's struck out 8. 2 strikeouts and 2 walks this inning for Nathan Massar as Noah Wiggins steps in. Wiggins 0 for 2. Ground ball back to the pitcher in the first. He struck out looking in the third. The Zap now about to make their 3rd time through the order. Massar deals. Fastball high, 1-0. Wiggins still trying to extend the 7-game hitting streak to 8 in this ball game. Massar looks back at Johnson, now comes home. Wiggins takes the breaking ball outside, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Upstairs 3-0. Nathan Massar struggling with his command here in the top of the 5th inning. If he loses Noah Wiggins, that might be all she wrote for Nathan Massar on his outing. First and second, 2 men out. 3-0 the count on Noah Wiggins. Mason Lang on deck. The pitch. And Wiggins will take his 4-pitch walk. The bases are loaded with 2 men out. That brings up Mason Lang. No one you'd rather have coming to the plate if you're the Oahe Zap, as Lang is now 11 for his last 16 with 6 extra base hits over that span. And we're now going to get a mound visit here for the Sodbusters. It's Massar waiting out on the mound right now. It's not the Sodbusters manager, Joel Skipper. This is their assistant coach. And Nathan Massar is going to stay in this ball game. Massar will face Mason Lang with the bases loaded and 2 men out. Lang a double over the head of Cale Jensen to lead off the 4th inning. He would be stranded on 3rd.
The catcher, number 26, Mason Lang.
Can Lang come through once again for the Oahe Zap? Johnson on 3rd. Ottersberg on 2nd. Wiggins on 1st. All 3 runners getting on via the walk. Bond sets up a target. Massar begins his windup. The first pitch. Called for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Lang has driven in 15 runs this season. He's looking for more with the bases loaded. Massar comes home with the 0-1 pitch. Lang swings through it. Counts now 0-2. Massar in search of his 3rd strikeout this inning. Can he find it? 0-2. Hit well, but right at Bryce Ronkin at second base. Lang was looking for a base hit through the right side. He hit it well, but Ronkin read the baseball well off the bat of Mason Lang. A couple of steps to his right to record the final out of the inning. Nathan Massar leaves the bases loaded. A heck of an outing for Massar, who struck out 8 this afternoon. And the Sodbusters lead 9-0 after 5. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
On experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
Now pitching for the Zap, number 94.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined?
Lucas Creighton takes the mound in the top of the 6th inning, comes into a 9-0 ball game. So that's a wrap on Garrett Bergman's day. Let's take a look at Bergman's final line. 9 runs on 10 hits. Just 7 of those runs earned, 3 walks and 4 strikeouts for Bergman as Creighton enters. Creighton's first pitch is fouled off the bat of Alexiel Delgado. Pardon, it's Fred Bond leading off for the Sodbusters here in the 6th. Bond 1 for 2 today, but he reached on an error by Tyler Hoffman in the 4th. Counts now 1-1. The pitch. Up and away, 2-1. Let's take a look at Creighton's stats this season. Creighton in 13 appearances has gone 23 1/3 innings, posting a 7.08 ERA, 25 strikeouts against 21 walks for Creighton, who misses outside with the pitch. 2-1 goes the count on Bond. We're going to get a 3-1 count coming to Fred Bond, who fouls that right overhead here in the press box. And the count has now worked its way to 3-2. Creighton deals. Swing and a miss from Fred Bond. Lucas Creighton strikes out the first batter he sees in this ball game. And there's one away here in the top of the 6th inning. Drew Vega set to step in for the 4th time today. He's 1 for 3 at the plate. A single in the 4th. He would come around to score. Creighton comes home with the pitch. Check swing from Vega. Looked like the pitch might have been over the plate, but perhaps the check swing from Vega obscured the view of the umpire, as the count will go to 1-0. Creighton's second pitch, down in the dirt, 2-0. And perhaps if you're the Oahe Zap, maybe you want to save the arm of Caden Shivers, and you can see if Creighton gets through this ball game. Ground ball up the middle. Hoffman gloves it, fires to first. Fantastic play from Tyler Hoffman. That looked like a ground ball that was bound for center field, but Hoffman cuts it off behind second base, turns and fires to first for the second out of the inning. Ryan Jarvis is 2 for 3 today. Drove in a couple of runs on a single in the 4th. Pitch. Low and away, 1-0, the count on Jarvis. Now the 1-0, up and in, 2-0. Pitch hit on the ground toward short. Hoffman fields, fires to first, and a clean 3-up, 3-down inning for Lucas Creighton. And the Sodbusters lead 9-0. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. a proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale, all backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale, all backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale, all backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter.
We enter the bottom of the sixth inning, and Nathan Massar has been pulled from this ball game. Luke Ray, the hometown kid out of Hastings College, enters for the Sodbusters. Ray has pitched just twice this summer in those two ball games. He's thrown 1 1/3 innings, giving up 2 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts, an ERA of 20.25, but keep in mind that is a sample size of just 1 1/3 innings pitched for Ray.
Oahe Zap in the sixth inning. The first baseman, number 23, Vince Polizzi.
Well, Vince Polizzi now leads things off here in the bottom of the sixth inning. The Zap still looking to crack the goose egg in this one, as Massar went 5 scoreless and is in line to pick up the win. Polizzi hits that one out well out towards center field. Delgado goes back, turns, it's over his head. Polizzi digs for second, a leadoff double for Vince Polizzi in his final game with the Oahe Zap.
Long branch double. Our doubles are powered by the Long Branch here in Pierre.
Polizzi will finish his season off with a 7-game hitting streak. But more importantly, the Zap are in business with a runner on second and no one out. That sets the stage for Leandro Guevara. Guevara 0 for 2 today. Ray's pitch. That one hits Guevara. Luke Ray hits Leandro Guevara in the front shoulder on the first pitch. The Zap with base runners on first and second and no one out. Hoffman steps in. Hoffman 0 for 2 today.
Tyler Hoffman.
It'll be Hoffman, Gledhill, and Johnson now in the bottom of the sixth. Hoffman squares to bunt. It's a good one down the third base line. Glove by Welsh. Fires to first. Beats Tyler Hoffman to the bag. Took a terrific play from Tyler Welsh to be able to throw out Tyler Hoffman. Tyler throws out Tyler. It was a well-placed bunt off the bat of Hoffman. Executes the job as Polizzi advances to third and Guevara advances to second. Two in scoring position with one out for Garen Gledhill. Gledhill 1 for 2 today. First pitch swinging, but fouled over to Capitol Avenue. The count is 0-1. Gledhill drove in 3 runs in Saturday's ballgame. He takes outside 1-1. Now 4 RBIs in what is just 4 or 5 games this summer for Gledhill. Ray comes home with the 1-1. Fouled off once again, now 1-2.
And that's another Larkspur Landing Event Center foul ball. Again, turning those foul balls for your own 2024 Larkspur Landing player card.
What does that kid do with the card?
Ray out of the windup with the runner on third. Gledhill slashes that one into left field. That drops a base hit. Guevara is being waved home. Jarvis had difficulty fielding in left. Guevara scores standing up. A 2-run single for Garen Gledhill puts the Zap on the board. Now a 9-2 ball game.
The first baseman, number 29.
Great piece of hitting there from Garen Gledhill. Behind in the count 1-2, not trying to do too much. He sees the pitch on the outer portion of the plate, goes the other way, serves it into left field. Two runs in on that base hit. 9-2. Johnson first pitch swinging, grounded foul down the right side, 0-1. Johnson struck out in the second, walked in the fifth. How short will the leash be on Luke Ray? A couple of Sodbusters players heading down to the bullpen in left field. 0-1 pitch upstairs. Bond thought about checking down at first, but thought better of that idea. The 1-1. Johnson rips that one left field. Giving chase is Jarvis, and he makes the play out in left. A well-hit baseball from Aiden Johnson, who was sinking fast on Ryan Jarvis, but Jarvis got over to it out in left field. Made an awkward catch on the ball with his glove almost coming downward to snare the baseball. Looked like he caught it out in the palm of his glove. Thought it might have had a chance of dropping. Two men out now in the bottom of the sixth. Gledhill on first. Ottersberg at the plate. Ottersberg fouls it off overhead. 0-1.
From that Larkspur Landing Event Center foul ball. Kids turn in those foul balls for your own 2024 Larkspur Landing player card.
Ottersberg has worked a couple of walks today. Takes the 0-1 pitch on the inside corner. Count is now 0-2 on Cole Ottersberg. Oh and 2, breaking ball, high, 1-2. Rays 1-2, down and away 2-2. The Zap with a lot more work to do at the plate. They still trail by 7. Runner on first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 10 outs to play with at the plate for the Zap. 2-2 pitch. Skied in the air. Shallow right field giving chases Ronkin. And a diving play from Cale Jensen charging in on the baseball to record the final out of the inning. The Zap score 2 and Strands 1. Sodbusters lead is now 9-2. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. a proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale, all backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter, a proud partner to the
Top of the seventh inning, the Sodbusters' lead has been cut to 7 via a 2-run single from Garen Gledhill. Creighton misses low. 1-0 the count on second Dino Morales. We'll get that scoreboard updated for you in just a moment as Creighton's 1-0. Just off the outside corner, count is now 2-0 on Morales. Morales, a big swing and a miss there, 2-1. Morales 1 for 3 at the plate, a strikeout in the first, a double to lead off the fourth inning, and then grounded into a 6-4-3 double play to end the fourth inning, takes down and in there. Morales now in the driver's seat, a 3-1 count. Creighton, 3-1. Hit in the air, right field, giving chase Guevara. He's not going to get there. It drops in fair territory. Morales will stop at first as Guevara fires a dart into second base. A leadoff single for second Dino Morales. And the Sodbusters with a runner on and no one out in the top of the seventh inning. A perfectly placed baseball off the bat of Morales, not necessarily the hardest hit baseball, a little bit in off the hands, but it was tailing away from Leandro Guevara in right field. Guevara's looked sharp out in right. He's made 2 plays tonight, no chance there. As that pitch is hit well off the bat of Cale Jensen, that sends Curiel back to the track, and he can't make the play. It one hops off the wall. Morales heads for third. Jensen will stop at second, his third extra base hit of the day. And now the baseball gets through the legs of Mason Lang, but the runners will hold at second and third. Cale Jensen now 3 for 3 today, a home run, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, and a walk for Cale Jensen.
The third baseman, number 20, Tyler Welch.
The Sodbusters threatening here in the top of the seventh inning. 2 in scoring position, no one out. It'll be the job of Tyler Welch to try and drive in the runners. Welch 0 for 2 with the walk today. He takes low and inside, 1-0. Aiden Johnson playing in at third, and that pitch hit on the ground towards second. Ottersberg over. Polizzi comes back to first base, and the play is made. Secundino Morales comes home to score. Cale Jensen heads from second to third. Welsh does his job at the plate and drives in a run. It's now a 10-2 ball game.
Bryce Ronkin.
Runner on third now, 1 out for Bryce Ronkin. Ronkin hitless today, 0 for 2. Swings through that one, 0-1. He did work a walk back in the fourth inning. The Sodbusters now 10 runs on 12 hits in this ball game. Their lead is 8. 0-1 pitch. Gets by Mason Lang. Here comes Cale Jensen, and their lead is now 9. Well, no base runners now. 1 out, 1-1 the count on Ronkin. Creighton's pitch right on the outside corner, 1-2. Caden Shivers has begun to stretch out in the right field pen. The 1-1 from Creighton down in the dirt, 2-1. Shivers will likely come in the 8th inning and try and get the last 6 outs of the ball game on the mound for the Oahe Zap. Creighton 2-2. Fastball called for strike 3 on the outside corner. Bryce Ronkin locked up.
The Zapper dealing, that's an Allied Plumbing and Heating strikeout. Allied Plumbing and Heating for all of your plumbing and heating.
Second strikeout of the ball game for Lucas Creighton.
First baseman.
There's now 2 away here in the top of the 7th inning. The lefty Tyler Sardelli set to make his 4th at-bat. Sardelli's had a nice evening, 2 for 3. He's driven in a run. Creighton comes home with the pitch for a strike on Sardelli, 0-1. Now the 0-1. That one misses down in the dirt, 1-1. Outside 2-1. Take a look at Major League Baseball scores today. Only one game has wrapped up. My New York Yankees taking down the Tampa Bay Rays 9-1. As the 2-1 pitch, swinging and a miss, 2-2. The Twins just starting right now against the Phillies. I know that's the score that most of you locals here in Pierce, South Dakota care about. I've heard it's a bit of a split between the Minnesota Twins and the Colorado Rockies. Cubs lead the Brewers 1-0 in the 4th. And Creighton finishes off the 7th inning. He strikes out Tyler Sardelli. Creighton struck out 3, but he gives up 2 runs in the 7th inning, and the Sodbusters reclaim a 9-run lead, now at 11-2. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
VWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? VWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
It's the bottom of the 7th inning. The Sodbusters lead this one by a score of 11-2. Emiliano Curiel will lead things off for the Oahe Zap. The Zap, 9 outs to work with as we enter the last third of this ball game. Curiel, a couple of strikeouts at the plate to date. He struck out looking in the 3rd, swinging in the 5th.
Number 21, Emiliano Curiel.
Curiel, Wiggins, and Lang here in the 7th. Curiel swings through the first pitch, 0-1. Luke Ray back on the mound for the Sodbusters after giving up a couple of runs in the 6th inning, but the Sodbusters responding with 2 of their own in the 7th. Curiel takes down and away 1-1. 1-1 on the way. Curiel hits that one well in the air. Center field sends back Delgado. Delgado drifting. Now turns and makes the play for the first out of the inning. Curiel might have just missed that baseball, getting a little bit under it. Off the bat, thought maybe it had a chance of getting over the head of Delgado, but too much air under the baseball gave Alexiel Delgado enough time to settle under it. A couple of steps in front of the warning track. There's now one out and no one on base as Noah Wiggins steps in. Wiggins 0 for 2, worked a walk in the fifth. That pitch might have slipped early from Luke Ray. Not competitive at all. Counts 1-0 on Wiggins. Wiggins takes, called for a strike. Beautiful pitch there from Luke Ray, dotting the outside corner. Caden Shivers has stopped warming up in the right field pen. Maybe Lucas Creighton comes back out. Wiggins rips one into left. That ball's going to drop in front of the feet of Ryan Jarvis. Wiggins now extends his hitting streak to 8 games. The Zap with the base runner with man out as Mason Lang will step in. Lang 0 for 1. Lang 1 for 3 today, a double back in the 4th inning. Lang, first pitch swinging, deep drive out to right field. Back goes Jensen to the warning track, looks up. Mason Lang goes deep for the 3rd time this summer. Lang stays red hot at the plate, a 2-run shot, and it's now an 11-4 ball game.
Yes, that is a Ramcota home run right there. Ramcota Hotel sponsoring our home runs this year. Your place to stay in here.
The second home run in the last 3 ball games for Mason Lang. A 2-run shot. No doubt about it off the bat, a well-struck baseball as Jensen ran out of room quickly in right field. In steps Vince Polizzi. Polizzi has 6 home runs this season of his own, and he takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Well, Mason Lang's 3 home runs trail only Vince Polizzi on the team. Now the 0-1 pitch. Polizzi takes outside 1-1. Well, the Zap went back-to-back on June 5th. Vince Polizzi and Buck Snabs went back-to-back, part of a 3-home-run game for Polizzi. This is one of the best stretches of baseball we've seen this season coming from Mason Lang. Polizzi ropes one into left field, a base hit. The Zap bats beginning to come alive here in the late innings of this ball game.
The right fielder, number 25, Leandro Guerra.
That's going to bring out the Sodbusters manager, Danny Weiser. This might do it for Luke Ray as there is action up in the Sodbusters bullpen. A runner on first, 1 man out. Ray has not exited quite yet. He's going to face the dangerous Leandro Guevara. Tyler Hoffman on deck. Now an 11-4 ball game. Guevara now steps in. Polizzi on first. Now Mason Lang has accounted for the last 3 home runs from the Oahe Zap. And Guevara takes low and inside, 1-0. The Zap are not out of this ball game yet. Just the bottom of the 7th inning, a 7-run game. And the 1-0 pitch. That one misses inside, almost clipped Guevara. Guevara was hit by a pitch last inning in the 6th. Rays 2-0. Guevara, that one had hit him. Guevara is hit in back-to-back at-bats. And the Zap now with 2 on and 1 out. If you're the Sodbusters, leading by 7, that's the one thing you can't do, give up free passes to the Oahe Zap.
The shortstop, number 88, Tyler Hoffman.
Now, Tyler Hoffman 0 for 2 at the plate, laid down a bunt in the 6th inning. It ended up paying off for the Zap as he advanced runners to 2nd and 3rd. Both runners would come home to score on a base hit from Garen Gledhill. Hoffman, an excellent hitter with runners in scoring position, batting .382 this season. Ray down in the dirt, and that one's going to get by Bond. The runners will advance to 2nd and 3rd. A huge development here with just 1 out, as now a ball put in play will likely score a run. In a 7-run game, you would assume the Sodbusters infield will stay back as they'll try and trade an out for a run. Pitch. Misses low and away, 2-0. The Zap have trailed by 9 twice in this ballgame. They trailed 9-0, put up 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th, but the Sodbusters responded with 2 in the 7th, trailed 11-2. Lang, a 2-run home run, has cut it to 11-4 as Hoffman takes low, 3-0. Luke Ray in danger of walking the bases loaded. 3-0 pitch. Hoffman takes right down Broadway, 3-1. Hoffman taking all the way on that one. Pitch. Hoffman looks, and it's outside. Tyler Hoffman works a walk. Hoffman might have thought that was going to be called for strike 2. He stayed in the batter's box, but it wasn't until the home plate umpire waved him down to first that Hoffman heads down and loads the bases with a 1-out walk. What a big spot here for Garen Gledhill. Gledhill 2 for 3, drove in 2 runs on a single back in the 6th. Can he bring home a couple more Zap base runners? Polizzi on 3rd, Guevara on 2nd, Hoffman on 1st. Ray comes home with the pitch outside, 1-0 to Gledhill. Nowhere to put Gledhill with the bases loaded. Going to miss. Gledhill looking for a grand slam on that one. Count evens up 1-1. Now the 1-1. Gledhill fouls it off and is quickly behind in the count 1-2. Garen Gledhill has struck out just once coming into this ballgame. He did strike out in the 5th, so that is 2 Ks in 28 plate appearances this summer for Gledhill. Can he put the ball in play here? 1-2 the count, 1 man out. Luke Ray trying to work out of a jam. The Zap trying to fight their way back into this ballgame. The pitch popped up and foul. Gledhill stays alive.
That's a Larkspur Landing Event Center foul ball. Turn in those foul balls for your own 2024 Larkspur Landing player card.
Tyler Welsh playing slightly in at 3rd. Looks like he'll be the lone fielder to come home with the ball. Gledhill takes up and away, 2-2. The rest of the infield remains back, but the force is intact, so a chance for a double play if Gledhill puts it on the ground. 2-2 pitch. Gledhill under it once again, tailing foul. Looked like Garen Gledhill had a good pitch to hit there. The fastball middle from Luke Ray. They'll do it again. 2-2 pitch. Gledhill rips it. Right field. Sends Jensen back toward the wall. And that ball, it's gone! A grand slam for Garen Gledhill. And the Oahe Zap are right back into this ball game. It's now 11-8. A 6 RBI evening for Garen Gledhill.
Yes, that is a Ramcota home run right there. A grand slam.
And the dugout comes out to greet Garen Gledhill.
Ramcota Hotel, your place to stay and care.
6 runs in here in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Oahe Zap. As they now trail by just 3, that's going to do it for Luke Ray as he is pulled from the ball game. The first grand slam of the season for the Oahe Zap comes off the bat of Garen Gledhill. Sodbusters lead 11-8. We'll step aside. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
Making a change, it's time for you to make a change, either in buying or selling.
Still just 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and it's a brand new ball game as Garen Gledhill has hit a grand slam, 2 home runs this inning now as Mason Lang went deep with a 2-run shot. Then Vince Polizzi a base hit. Leandro Guevara was hit by a pitch. Tyler Hoffman worked a walk before Garen Gledhill drove in all 3 base runners. And Garen Gledhill has now driven in 6 of the 8 Zap runs this ball game. It'll be Aiden Johnson to step in with 1 man out.
The first baseman, number 29, Aiden Johnson.
Johnson, the 8th batter of this inning. Cole Ottersberg sits on deck, still trying to get eyes on who's coming into this ball game for the Sodbusters. As that pitch misses down in the dirt in front of home plate, the Sodbusters pitcher 1-0. Swinging and a miss from Johnson, 1-1. Jack Borgman comes into the ball game for the Sodbusters. Borgman has not pitched yet this season. And the 1-1. Johnson takes on the inside corner, 1-2. Borgman out of Northeast Community College just finished up his freshman season, batting .227 at the plate. And Johnson ropes that one into left field. Settling under is Jarvis. Aiden Johnson just got out ahead of the baseball. Barely missed on that one. There's now 2 outs here in the 7th.
The second baseman, number 16, Cole Ottersberg.
Cole Ottersberg will now step in with 2 outs and no one on. Ottersberg, a couple of walks and a fly out to right field. Ottersberg takes on the outside corner, strike 1. Now the 0-1, breaking ball, called for a strike once again. Beautifully placed pitch from Jack Borgman as he gets out ahead in the count, 0-2. His 0-2 pitch, a swing and a miss from Ottersberg. Jack Borgman comes into the ballgame and retires the first 2 hitters he faces. But the Oahe Zap put up 6 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning, beginning with a 2-run shot over the right field wall from Mason Lang, and then a grand slam off the bat of Garen Gledhill. And the deficit is now just 3. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Right field foul, Run with the Zap.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you?
Lucas Creighton will remain in this ballgame as we head to the top of the 8th inning. The Zap with newfound life after 2 home runs in the bottom of the 7th, coming from Mason Lang and Garen Gledhill. We knew Gledhill had power as he belted 2 home runs at Saracoso. Creighton misses outside. The count is 1-0. It's Alexiel Delgado it's Fred Bond to lead off the top of the 8th as he takes a pitch for a strike. That one might have caught the very top of the strike zone, evens up the count at 1-1. That one roped through the left side, a base hit. Fred Bond leads off the top of the 8th inning with a single through the left side as the Sodbusters will try and respond to the 6-run barrage from the Oahe Zap in the bottom of the 7th.
Number 32, Fred Bond.
Now it's and Creighton will check in on the runner at first. Oh, it was Delgado with the leadoff single as Fred Bond now digs in. Bond 1 for 3 today. A single in the 3rd, reached on an error in the 4th, and that pickoff move gets away from Vince Polizzi, heading down towards 2nd, and stopping there is Alexiel Delgado. 3rd error of the ballgame for the Oahe Zap. And that's a really critical runner if you're the Zap. You're trailing by 3 with 2 innings to play. Every run just so crucial right now. Pitch. Skied foul. 1-0-1. And that one hit right on top here at the press box. Wasn't expecting that to land. It almost jolted our broadcast setup. Creighton comes home with the 0-1 pitch. It's fouled away once again. This time nowhere near the broadcast booth, and the count is 0-2. Delgado on second. Big 4 in this ball game. He'll now face Drew Vega, the leadoff hitter for the Sodbusters. Vega takes a strike, 0-1. Vega 1 for 4 at the plate today. His single came in the 4th inning when the Sodbusters put up a 6 spot of their own. Creighton deals. That one misses low. Nice stop from Mason Lang. Keeps Delgado put at 2nd, 1-1. Vega hitting .286 with runners in scoring position. Hits that one over the head of Aiden Johnson at 3rd. Dunks down in left field. Being waved home is Delgado. There will be no play at the plate. Runner comes into 2nd, but the throw is offline from Noah Wiggins. A 1-out RBI double from Drew Vega gives the Sodbusters a 12-8 lead. Wiggins had a chance to throw out Vega, But the throw pulled Ottersberg well off the second base bag, and Ottersberg could not return to the bag to tag out Vega in time. In steps Ryan Jarvis. Jarvis 2 for 4 at the plate, 2 RBIs today. Takes the first pitch for a strike from Creighton, 0-1. Jarvis mashes .348 with runners in scoring position. The Zap shift the lefty once again, and Jarvis fouls it off, 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Hit well out towards center field. Guevara shades in, now comes back. Curiel coming over to help out, but Guevara makes the catch. The runner tags from second, and there's 2 outs now in the top of the 8th inning. So Vega advances to third on the fly ball. There's now 2 outs, and it'll be up to Secundino Morales to try and bring home Vega. Morales first pitch swinging, fouls it off, 0-1. He's 2 for 4 today. 0-1 pitch, misses away, 1-1. Now the 1-1 down in the dirt, 2-1 goes the count on Secundino Morales. Pitch. Hit on the ground, through the left side of the infield, a base hit. Another run comes home to score, and the Sodbusters clawing back with 2 of their own. They lead by 5. A 3-hit day for Secundino Morales. Well, Cale Jensen has had quite the day at the plate. He's 3 for 3, 2 doubles, and a home run in the first inning. He's driven in 3. Takes the first pitch low and away, 1-0. Jensen now 21 RBIs this season. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed, 0-2. That one down in the dirt, 1-2. Creighton's 1-2 offering. Misses low and away. Count runs to 2-2. 2-2, 2 outs. Runner on first. 2 runs in the top of the 8th for the Sodbusters, who now lead 13-8. Now we're getting a correction from our home plate umpire. It's going to go to 3-1. Pitch. Misses outside. So a walk for Cale Jensen, who has now reached in all 5 plate appearances.
Third baseman, number 20, Tyler Welsh.
First and second, 2 men out for Tyler Welsh. Lucas Creighton and the Oahe Zap are going to need to stop the bleeding right here if they want a chance to tie this ball game up in the last 2 innings. That pitch hit well out to right field, drops in front of Guevara. Guevara fields on a hop. The runner will be held at third, as it was a hard hit baseball off the bat of Tyler Welsh. So the base is now loaded with 2 men out. And that might be Jackson Mix warming up in the Zap bullpen. The Zap are going to try and save the arm of Caden Shivers for the coming days. Mix pitched for the Bison once this year. as Creighton finds the outside corner. 0-1 on Bryce Ronkin. Ronkin 0 for 3 today with a walk. The base is juiced. 0-1 pitch down and away, 1-1. Morales on third, Jensen on second, Welsh on first. The 1-1 fouled off toward Capitol Avenue. 1-2 goes the count on Bryce Ronkin.
Foul ball. Remember to turn in those foul balls for your own 2024 Larkspur Landing player card.
Pitch. Outside 2-2. Nowhere to put Ronkin on the base paths. 2 outs, bases loaded. 2-2. Creighton comes home with the pitch, down in the dirt, and the count runs full. So begin the merry-go-round here for the Hastings Sodbusters. All 3 runners can go on the pitch. Creighton cannot afford to give up a walk to Ronkin here. 3-2. Misses low and away. Creighton walks Bryce Ronkin, and the Sodbusters now lead 14-8. Lang will come out to talk to his pitcher. Haberger is now on the edge of the dugout steps. He's looking down toward the right field bullpen. But Haberger will stay in the dugout and will let Lucas Creighton try to attack Tyler Sardelli, the 9th batter of the inning for the Sodbusters. The bases still juiced. 3 runs in this inning. And Sardelli takes upstairs 1-0. Creighton has now thrown 59 pitches. He'll sit for a couple of days as the 1-0 lifted in the air, slicing down the left field line. Can Wiggins get there? No, he cannot. It drops for a base hit. 2 runs will score. And the Sodbusters have responded with 5 of their own here in the top of the 8th inning. They now lead 16-8. The Zap trying to fight back into this ballgame with 6 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Home runs off the bats of Mason Lang and Garen Gledhill. But the Sodbusters have been resilient all evening as they've now busted this one wide open, a 16-8 ballgame. That'll do it for Lucas Creighton. Jackson Mix will enter the ballgame with runners on first and second, 2 men out. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
The biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million.
Jackson Mix enters the ballgame in the top of the 8th inning with runners on first and second and 2 men out. The Sodbusters have now put up 5 here in the 8th inning, and they lead 16-8. The Zap fighting so hard in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hyde Stadium got loud for a Garen Gledhill grand slam. But the Zap unable to put away the Sodbusters at the plate. Mix has pitched once this year, but it wasn't for the Zap, it was for the Bison. Mix facing his own team. Alexiel Delgado led off this inning with the single. He's making his second at-bat of the inning.
Alexiel Delgado.
As the Hastings Sodbusters have now batted around. Delgado, 2 for 5 today. Takes there for a strike, 0-1. Scratch that, make Delgado 2 for 4 today. As this is his 5th at-bat. Mix, 0-1 pitch. A weird swing and a miss there from Delgado. Jackson Mix coming in with a sidearm motion on the mound. Mix comes set. Lang gives him a target. The pitch. Hit well down the left field line. Hooking, it's going to run foul. Wiggins won't get there. So the count will remain 0-2 on Alexiel Delgado. Oh, to the count, first and second. Mixed pitch. Chopped foul. Remains 0-2. In this inning, 5 hits and 2 walks were given up by Lucas Creighton. All 5 runs will be earned on the lefty. The 0-2. That one gets by Mason Lang. The runners will move to second and third. One and two, 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Jackson Mix comes into the ballgame and strikes out Alexiel Delgado. But the Sodbusters put up 5 in the 8th. They now lead 16-8. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
You, right where you live. How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
The bottom of the 8th inning, and the Zap with a lot of work to do at the plate. They had scored 8 runs over the past 2 innings, but the Sodbusters have now scored 7 runs over the past 2 innings. They lead 16-8. Curiel leads off, squares to bunt, pulls back as the pitch inside from Jack Borgman. Count is 1-0. Curiel's 0 for 3 at the plate. as the 1-0 pitch bounces on home plate 2-0. Now it'll be a 2-0 outside. So Borgman falls behind 3-0 in the count. Pitch low and away, a 4-pitch walk to Emiliano Curiel. And right out of the dugout is Secundino Morales. Maybe he's going to go warm up in the left field pen after Borgman surrenders a 4-pitch walk. In steps Noah Wiggins. Wiggins 1 for 3 with a walk. He's now extended a hit streak to 8 games. Curiel is alert off first, although you wouldn't expect him to be stealing in an 8-run ball game. Wiggins looks at the first pitch low and inside, 1-0. The 1-0 from Borgman. Called for a strikeout on the outside corner, 1-1. Coming back to some other games in the Independence League, the Fremont Moo lead the Bison by a score of 11-4. The Casper Spuds with a 9-5 lead over the Spearfish Sasquatch. Runner goes on the pitch, and the pitch gets by Bond. Curiel now looks to third, but he'll stop at second. 1-1 the count on Noah Wiggins. Runner on second, 2-1 the count on Wiggins. Borgman looking back, now comes home. Wiggins chops foul off of his own front foot. Self-inflicted damage there for Noah Wiggins as he'll try and hobble that one off. Count runs 2-2. 2-2 the count. Borgman comes set. The pitch. Wiggins takes in the dirt. The count runs full. Mason Lang stands on deck after a 2-run home run back in the 7th inning. Wiggins swings through the 3-2 pitch, and he's down on strikes. In steps Mason Lang. Lang with a 2-run bomb in the 7th. All 3 of his home runs have been over the right field wall here at Hyde Stadium. Curiel on second with 1 man out. Lang takes outside, 1-0. Let's see how Borgman deals with Lang after he's surrendered a home run to him. Perhaps Borgman will deal with Lang with caution. The 1-0 pitch. Lang rips that one out towards center field. Should stay in the ballpark this time, though, as Delgado settles under it. Curiel tags from second and comes into third standing up. Mason Lang smiling as he heads back to the dugout, knows he just missed that baseball. There's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning as Vince Polizzi steps in for what could very well be his last at-bat of the summer. Polizzi is 2 for 4 today with 2 strikeouts. Polizzi takes the breaking ball off the outside corner for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Polizzi hits that one well out toward right field. Jensen drifts under the baseball, makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. The Zap unable to do anything with a leadoff runner in Emiliano Curiel as Jack Borgman retires the next 3 Zap hitters he faces. The Sodbusters carry a 16-8 lead into the 9th inning. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
What if you could earn
Mix back on the mound as we enter the 9th inning of play here at Hyde Stadium. Sodbusters lead the Zap 16-8. The Sodbusters 16 runs on 17 hits. The Zap 8 runs on 8 hits. 4 errors on the ball game have plagued the Oahe Zap.
For Hastings in the 9th inning, catcher, number 32, Fred Bond.
Fred Bond leads it off here in the 9th. 10 hitters came to the plate for the Sodbusters back in the 8th. Bond 1 for 3 today, struck out most recently. He takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Jackson Mix, the position player coming into the ballgame last inning in the top of the 8th inning, struck out the only hitter he faced as that 0-1 pitch is drilled out toward left field, but Noah Wiggins is right there to make the play. Mix's teammate out of Southern Wesleyan University helps out his pitcher as he records the first out of the inning. Well, Drew Vega is 2 for 5 at the plate today. He's driven in 1 of the 16 Sodbusters runs. First pitch swinging, grounder to third. Johnson Fields fires to first. And an easy 2 outs here for Jackson Mix in the 9th.
The left fielder, number 34, Ryan Jarvis.
In steps Ryan Jarvis. Jarvis. Well, it looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter here for Ryan Jarvis. And that pinch hitter is going to be, well, it says number 18. 18 today has been Tyler Sardelli. But the other 18 on their roster, I believe, would be Sawyer Duddleston. Or perhaps Sardelli is hitting out of order. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. First pitch swinging, lined foul over to the Sodbusters dugout. Still trying to figure out who's at the plate here for the Sodbusters. It's the second number 18 we've seen. He hits it on the ground to short. Hoffman gobbles it up, fires to first, and Palizzi digs it out. 3 up, 3 down for Jackson Mix, who retires all 4 hitters he faces. The Zap trail by 8 heading to the bottom of the 9th inning. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. a proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale, all backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale, all backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125.
Well, folks, get your rally caps on as we enter the bottom of the ninth inning. The Zap are going to need 8 runs here in the bottom of the ninth if they want to stretch this ball game out. 4, 5, 6, Leandro Guevara, Tyler Hoffman, and Garen Gledhill will all bat here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Guevara's 0 for 2 today. He's been hit by pitches in his last 2 at-bats. Borgman remains on the mound for the Sodbusters. Guevara takes the curveball. Going to be called for a ball, 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. Guevara out ahead of it, drills it, but foul down the left side, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Guevara ahead of the breaking ball once again, as Borgman made him look silly on that one. Count runs to 1-2. The Zap need base runners here in the bottom of the ninth as they trail by 8. Guevara hits that one a mile high up into the infield. Who's going to call it off? Ronkin from second base makes the play. And the Zap now with just 2 outs to work with. Tyler Hoffman now steps in. Hoffman 0 for 2 today. He has a walk and a sacrifice bunt. Garen Gledhill had a grand slam back in the 7th inning. He stands on deck. And Hoffman takes down in the dirt, 1-0. Borgman comes home with the 1-0 pitch, and Hoffman is ahead of the breaking ball. That's been the theme this inning for Zap hitters, as Guevara was out ahead of the off-speed pitches from Borgman, as is Tyler Hoffman. Count is now 1-1. The fastball hits Hoffman in the back. Well, Hoffman looks like he's all right as he takes off his guards and heads down to first. So now it's Garen Gledhill. Gledhill has driven in 6 runs for the Oahe Zap here today as the scoreboard has gone down out in right center field. It's Brady Glenn on the scoreboard today as Buck Snabs is no fault of Brady Glenn. Let me add that in there as Buck Snabs is down with strep today. Gledhill takes low and away 1-0. Yeah, that's just the technology. No user error there. Well, now it's back up. 1-0 the count on Gledhill. 1 out runner on first as Borgman misses outside, 2-0. Now the 2-0 pitch. Fouled off the bat of Gledhill. Likely heading down toward Capitol Lake over the left side here at Hyde Stadium. And the count is now 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Fouled away once again. 2-2 goes the count.
Guess what that is? A Larkspur Landing Event Center foul ball.
And according to our PA announcer, I think that is a Larkspur Events Center foul ball as Gledhill takes down in the dirt 3-2. We've only heard that about 10,000 times this summer here at Hyde Stadium.
Repetition is the soul of advertising.
Count now full on Garen Gledhill. Runner goes from first, and Gledhill fouls it off, so Hoffman is going to have to retreat 90 feet back to first. Gledhill looking for home run number 2 of the ball game. The 3-2 pitch. Gledhill drills that one right field, and it drops. 2 base runners for the Oahe Zap with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. It'll be up to Aiden Johnson to try and keep the line moving for the Zap.
The first baseman, number 29, Aiden Johnson.
Johnson's 0 for 3 today with a walk. Hoffman on second, Gledhill on first. And Johnson takes the breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 1. Borgman's 0-1 pitch. Johnson skies that one left field. That sends Jarvis back looking up, and it's over his head. One hops to the wall. Hoffman digging for third. He's going to round and head home. Braden Byron will hold up the runner at third, but the ball gets by the catcher. Here comes Garen Gledhill. The play at the plate. He is out. Garen Gledhill is thrown out trying to advance as the ball got by Fred Bond behind the plate. In a 7-run ball game, Gledhill might want to hold up at third as that run is pretty meaningless as there's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Aiden Johnson picks up an RBI double. It's now a 16-9 ball game. And that's one as a runner on third. You see the ball get by Bond and you get excited, start to sprint home, but that run really means nothing for the Zap. Gledhill thought he got his hand under the tag, but called out at the plate. So the Zap down to their very final out as Cole Ottersberg swings through the first pitch, 0-1. Ottersberg 0 for 2 today with 2 walks. Johnson stands off second. And Ottersberg waves through the 0-1 pitch. It's now 0-2. The Oahe Zap down to their very final strike. 0-2, 2 outs. Runner on second. Sodbusters a 7-run lead. Borgman's pitch. Hit in the air. That one's going to drop in right center field. Johnson is held at third. So a 2-out base hit keeps the ball game alive. Emiliano Curiel steps in with the runners on the corners. Curiel's 0 for 3 today with a walk. Borgman deals Curiel off the hands, and that ball is caught by a diving Cale Jensen in right field to end this ball game. What a play by Jensen. Robs Emiliano Curiel of a base hit and gives the Sodbusters a 16-9 victory as the Oahe Zap drop 4 straight. The Zap moved to 9-10 on the second half of the summer. Tomorrow night will be game 2 of 3 against the Hastings Sodbusters. First pitch set for 6:05 p.m. Make sure to tune in. Want to thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Evan Epstein, wishing you a nice rest of your evening here from Hyde Stadium.
Remind you that general admission tickets are free all week long. I encourage you to come out and support your Oahe Zap. Thank you all for coming here this evening. Hope you enjoyed the game. Please drive carefully on your way home.
I guess you sounded terrific on the mic.
Well, thank you very much. Tell me your name again.
Evan.
Evan. And you were?
I go back to when I was 3, 4 years old. It's been baseball all my life. So
Cool. Well, you've got the talent for it, so good luck to you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It's just figuring out places to land jobs and move
Yeah.
on because
Yeah,
it's hard to figure out. All right, Jeff. Have a nice night.
You too. Good to meet you. Well, thank you for your help tonight. Appreciate it. And I hope the regular guy gets well, but if not, I'm always happy to do this. It's always fun. Have a great evening.
Yeah, you too.
Have a great evening.
Evan, come here.
What's up?
It's a lady right there in the hat, down there by the gate of the dugout.
Which one?
The lady talking to the guy in the red shirt. That's the target for tonight.
Okay.
Just so you know,